¿Dos personas? Dos, ya. Dame un minutito, les llevo. ¿Cuántas personas?
All right, let me do a little intro while we're sitting here waiting to order. Hey guys, it's Ryan, living in Ecuador, sharing this beautiful country with you. And today I'm here with Sara, my partner in crime.
Your pick of the week.
And we are going for a beautiful Sunday lunch. I think it's a special thing in Ecuador. I think a lot of families get together on Sundays, they go for a nice meal. And we're a family. We like nice meals. We're doing it. Today we're going for seafood. We're going for grilled clams. And this isn't just any grilled clam. This is an Ecuadorian specialty. It's black clams, one of the most special clams. Oh, here comes the guy to take our order. Sí, bueno. Uno conchitas y uno arroz costanera y dos limonada. No más. Gracias. Grilled black clams, the best seafood rice. It's all happening right now. Stay tuned.
What do you mean picaditas?
Don't know.
Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this.
If I had to choose, popcorn or chips?
You can only have that for the rest of your life as a snack.
Do I get all flavors of chips?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to get popcorn or chips.
Chips. This neighborhood's actually pretty cool. It is packed with seafood restaurants, other types of restaurants too, but mostly seafood restaurants. And there's an island? No, there's a park that runs through the middle of it, and it runs basically the length of the neighborhood. It's called the Park of Turtle Island. This street right here is called Island of Fernandina. All the streets in this neighborhood seem to be named after islands in the Galapagos. So I don't know if the seafood restaurants came first or the names of the streets came first, but we're basically back in the Galapagos, but in Quito, eating delicious seafood, except it's cold as balls and rainy. Man, look at these delicious clams. If you like eating clams, let me know in the comments below. They're not for everybody, but I mean, come on. Oh, wow, that juice is so good.
It's like clam wine.
Clam wine. Bottle that up, I could drink it easy. Clam is actually a mollusk. Did you know that? Why? Because you're a biology teacher and you just know everything? Oh, it's so good. When I think of mollusks, I think of snails and slugs, but clams, oysters, even squid, octopus, they're all mollusks. By far the most popular type of clam in Ecuador is this guy right here, the black clam, conchas negra. Juice, the clam wine has like almost a spiciness to it. It's not spicy, but it's like the richness of the spiciness. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's really good. Let's see if I can blow through this shit that I gotta say. Black clams are found in mangrove forests.
Ah,
Yeah.
so it is beneficial for them to not destroy all their mangrove forests for shrimp farms.
I was going to get into that. There's quite a few mangrove forests scattered around the coast of Ecuador. These ones probably come from Esmeraldas province. A lot of them do. A lot of the black clams in Quito come from that area. A lot of people in Esmeraldas province make a living off of harvesting black clams. They essentially go out in the morning when the tide is low, and they reach their hand in the muddy waters. They can't see anything, and they scoop up and grab these little clams off of the roots of the mangroves. In a good day, they're only going to collect about 100, which will only earn them about $8, minus the cost of the boat and also the equipment, which is essentially just gloves. They have to wear gloves because they're toadfish in the water. And if you get stung by a toadfish, it can basically make your hand useless for like a whole month. And plus the clams themselves are actually pretty sharp. Not so much now, but you can kind of see they have like these little hairs on them. I think those are sharp when they're not treated, processed, or whatever.
Can I just give you a recommendation to put a spoon of clam wine on top of your rice, and then a squiz of wine.
A scoop of clam wine and a squiz of lime.
Yeah.
How much is a squiz?
Just a squiz.
That much? A spritz? So Ecuador's conditions, there are many mountains that have rivers flowing down them that all head to the coast. It's a great opportunity for mango forests to thrive. Mango forests grow in half salt, half fresh water, a mixture of the two. So it's a great place for them. And it's very important for the country, not just to the local people who use them as a source of income, but also to the planet. People always are talking about saving the rainforest and all that, but the mangrove forests are actually being wiped out faster than the rainforests. And as you mentioned, the main reason they're destroying mangrove forests in Ecuador because of shrimp farming. A few years ago, maybe 10, 20 years ago, shrimp really became a big industry in Ecuador, and they started building shrimp farms in mangrove forests, basically destroying mangrove forests to build shrimp farms. Good for the economy of Ecuador, bad for a lot of other reasons. It's estimated that over 25% of Ecuador's mangrove forests have been destroyed, and 90% of that was due to shrimp farm production. That clam wine is so good. We're going to drink that after, right? So who suffered the most due to the destruction of the mangrove forests? We did. Our home.
But you care.
So a few years ago, there were a shortage of these, and it was partially due to their deliciousness, but also because they lost their home. 25% of their home was gone, so I imagine 25% of them were wiped out. So to combat this, they were told they could only harvest ones that were 4.5 centimeters wide. Get out the measuring tape. That's not 4.5 centimeters, is it? Of course, not everybody listened to this rule, but the reason they did it is because it takes about 12 months to reach that size, and it allows them to become adults and also to reproduce at least once. I actually had a similar form of measurement, 4.5 centimeters, basically to determine whether I was a man or not. I'm not quite there yet, but I think I'll get there one day. Of course, the size restriction does not reduce the consumption of them, so people are still eating them at the same rate, but they were harvesting them slower. So Ecuador had to start importing clams from Colombia, and it's estimated now that only 40% of these black clams that you find in Ecuador are actually made in Ecuador. And of course, the Ecuadorian ones are tastier, right? Ask an Ecuadorian and they'll tell you they are. But the truth is, they are tastier in Ecuador because they're fresher. From the mangroves in Esmeraldas to on our table, it takes about a day and a half. From Colombia, it's going to take about 4 or 5 days to get here. So
They have to freeze them.
no, they don't freeze them. They can live out of the water in their shell for like 4 or 5 days.
These ones taste like the sea. You know, when you get the saltiness of the sea from them.
Tastes like the ocean with butter. Other than eating them roasted, people will eat them in ceviche. Cook them in lime juice. It's not essentially raw, but it's close. It kind of looks cool because it's like this black inky color, similar to that. Maybe I'll try it one day. But these here were probably cooked in butter with some garlic. I can taste lime, butter, garlic. Some fresh herbs on top, probably parsley. That's about it. Roasted up in the pan. Really good. Let's do a wind blowing in Sarah's hair shot. All right, that's it. From Sarah to Ryan, this is Itchy Feet on the Cheap, saying goodbye after another delicious meal. Tune in next time for more great adventures. Do a smile like this. And we're black.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm gonna go ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank.